Hi guys, what's going on? It's me, Z Forever Sleeping, using the target finder because it's not overpowered at all. It's just a good attachment. You know, definitely not helping me win unfair gunfights in any way, shape, or form. You know, just kind of, I'm sitting here playing a little bit more defensively than I normally would because I am playing to the advantages of this thing, just like all those tips and tricks guys told me to do. Are you guys happy now? Are you happy? This is what you've taken us to. Okay, anyway, that guy got mad. That guy just shot through the box. With good reason. Okay, this is actually going to be a response, sort of, to Wings of Redemption and other people defending the target finder, wondering why people think it's overpowered, and just generally blindness, in my opinion. And one of the most common arguments I've been hearing is that it doesn't actually take away skill. Well, this is not true. Because you say, this is Wings, by the way, Wings said that you still need to aim and have map knowledge. Well, you don't need to have much more map knowledge than what's my favorite camping spot, because the target finder is a camper's gun. If you saw what I was doing there, I would have been playing much more aggressively had I not been using the target finder. Also, you know, with aiming, you don't really need to aim in this game, especially if you know where people are. The aim assist in this game is so powerful that knowing where somebody is actually the more important factor in who's going to win the gunfight. So, like, hiding in the corner where you can't really be seen is better than hiding in the corner that gives you a better tactical advantage, in my opinion. Now, another argument I've been hearing is, why are people complaining about the target finder as opposed to marksman and the thermal scope? Well, here you go, bros. The thermal scope, first of all, it's pretty bad. Like, in Modern Warfare 3, people getting gameplays using thermal scopes, that was like, wow, you managed to use that piece of crap? You know, because it was really hard to use. You know, you get more tunnel vision, you can't see the mini-map. And also, the other important thing is that with the thermal scope, when somebody was using the perk that countered it, it was very hard to see them. It wasn't just like seeing a normal person, like the target finder is. When you use cold-blooded against a target finder, they basically just see you like you're a normal person. Now, the other perk, not an attachment, that people are talking about is marksman. Marksman, you know, points out where people are at a longer range than normal. However, it was not overpowered in Modern Warfare 3 for a few reasons. First of which being, it didn't actually tell you exactly where to shoot. It told you sort of where to shoot. It was also an extension of an ability you already have. I can see these people's names to a limited range, even though I'm not using any kind of perk. So marksman is just an extension of that ability. Also, the important thing is that marksman was countered by assassin. Cold-blooded really doesn't do much more that's actually useful other than countering the target finder. Because, you know, the other stuff that counters you really don't run into very much at all. Like, I don't get dragon-fired, lodestar, or VTOL'd on much. Those are the only player-controlled kill streaks in the game. And I also don't get, sensor grenaded a lot. Like, people don't use it. And people don't use dual band for the reasons that I have just explained. Now, I had some ideas for some nerfs that could be done to the target finder, because an attachment, or something like the target finder, which doesn't have any values, like you can't modify the recoil. Actually, you could modify the recoil. You could add recoil. They did that for the millimeter scanner. Why not do that for the target finder? Make the guns recoil more when you use the target finder. Just thought of that. Ha! I'm a genius. You know. So, you could do that. You could also do a couple of other things, such as hide the minimap. I think that's something they need to do as soon as possible. I doubt that would be very hard to do. You know, just make it so when you're aiming down a target finder, you can't see the minimap. It wouldn't be very hard to do. And it would also solve a lot of problems. A lot of the time, what people are going to be doing with the target finder is they're just going to be sitting there ADSing. This guy, in my opinion, is kind of using it correctly, but he's also camping in a corner with a foul select fire, so I can't respect him even though he's on my team. That would be a very easy thing to do, because sitting there, ADSing with a target finder, like the thermal scope, you would not be able to tell if someone was shooting an unsilenced gun right behind you. And that would definitely help a lot of the problems that I have with the target finder, because if they had a problem like that, you'd only really aim when you thought there were people there. You wouldn't just sit there aiming, waiting, which is the problem with the target finder, which is what a lot of people do. The other thing you could do, which I was just thinking of, is you could make Ghost counter the target finder. You would not combine Ghost and Cold-Blooded, just the target finder. Because I was just thinking, like, imagine how much less the target finder would be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem if it was countered by Ghost. It flat out wouldn't be a problem, because the majority of people who use the target finder or complain about the target finder, not who use the target finder, complain about the target finder, are better at the game, because the people who aren't as good at the game generally don't want to complain about it because they enjoy using it. I mean, sad truth for all you people who use the target finder. You know, Ghost countering it, no issue, because those people who complain about the target finder generally know what they're doing, and most people who know what they're doing use Ghost. The other thing you could do is you can make the tunnel vision greater. So make it so that you can see less of your screen when you're aiming down the sights of a target finder. I think that would be a very intelligent thing to do, personally. Although I doubt Treyarch would do that, because it's a little bit above their pay grade, if you know what I mean. Cough, cough, lazy. Guys, if anybody at Treyarch hears this, that's the reputation you're getting right now, for being lazy and not caring. I hope you understand that. I don't really want to bash the crap out of you guys, but this is the reputation you're getting for not listening to our feedback. They're not. And the reason I say that is because I hope that somehow David Von Hart, someone manages to see this. That would be crazy, crazy. I doubt it, but it'd be nice. The other thing is, this would be similar to making it so that you see less with the target finder, but you make it so that the target finder doesn't actually show you as much, or doesn't show you the red diamonds for the full radius, or not radius, but for the full scope. So like right now, if an enemy is anywhere in the scope of a target finder, you can see their red diamond. So I'm thinking like, maybe only if they're near the center of the scope, you can see the red diamond. I think that would be probably easier to fix or do, and it would be a lot better, because they would still have to kind of know generally where you were before being able to target finder you. And obviously you can't take it out of the game. I understand that that would be, you know, that's beyond anything they can actually legitimately do. So, you know, yeah. So that's just kind of my piece on the target finders. And now I'm going to talk a bit about the gameplay, I guess, because I've got some time. And this is a 71-11 using the Chicken CQB. Chi-com, however you want to pronounce it. I am using, I think, Ghost, Hardline. See, Ghost, I use Ghost everywhere, so, you know, be nice to that countered the target finder. Using Ghost, Hardline, Scavenger, and Tactical Mask. Tactical Mask turned out to be a waste of a perk in this lobby, just because nobody was using tactical grenades at all. But yeah, go 71-11. I think I get double dogs. But yeah, I got double dogs, didn't I? I know I get a double lodestar. You know, if you saw, the first round was kind of crap, so I managed to pull out a pretty nice gameplay considering how bad the first round was. I think it was like 17-8 first round. I mean, that's not like terrible score or anything, but it's nowhere near being upload worthy. And then I managed to get like 50-some kills in the second round and only drop 3 deaths. one of which you saw right there, because bouncing Betties, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so, at this point I'm just kind of like, can I get let's see if I can get 70 kills. Thank you! 70 kills. So I actually managed to hit 71 kills there, which was a bit of a bonus. Yeah, so gameplay's over. Like if you enjoyed the video, comment on your opinions, subscribe for more. Is that it? No, follow me on Twitter, because I say stuff there, and you can get to me, even though I can reply to all your comments. But anyway, I'm out. Peace.